Stout Braised beef short ribs. That's what's on the menu today. I know, does that not sound so delectable? I'm really excited about this because I'm getting the stout from a couple of friends who brew so much craft beer, it's become a hobby. And then the beef short ribs I'm getting directly from the farm, Firefly Farms in North Stonington. You can't get any fresher than that. I found out about this farm from my friends Eileen and David when they did Death by Chocolate Meringue Pie. They made the pie crust with the lard from this farm. So let's go pick up Eileen and we'll get a little tour of the farm, and then I'll come back and I'll start braising those ribs.
Right here.
Yeah,
so the
really
stewing, the low and slow, really
yeah,
worked nicely.
Low braising,
Yeah.
okay, interesting. Yeah. Well, this really is a science to all of this. So much work. Beth, my goodness. So you had an egg down there?
Yes, that was right in there. Yeah, there are probably a whole bunch there. And then
You see an egg over there, Eileen?
No, just the brown.
It's pretty cool, Eileen, huh?
That's awesome. Very peaceful in here.
started laying, and so their eggs are tiny, tiny little pullet eggs.
And
the other egg.
This one must be very happy because his tail is curly.
Well, that is a female.
Oh, female, yes.
Yeah, and females are called gilts.
Guilt.
Those who have been castrated are called barrows, and then boars and sows. And they're very communal.
Yeah, I was just thinking
They
they like to
They
lay on
just
top
love
of
to
each other.
pile up, and yeah.
They're very happy, I have to say.
And they will be moving over into that pasture very shortly, this week at some point, because this pasture is pretty beaten down. And that one.
Oh, took a little nibble. I'm thinking he probably doesn't like the rawhide laces on here.
Why does she have that rawhide
Yeah.
there? Oh my gosh. Eileen. 6 1/4 pounds of flanken cut beef short ribs. You could also use English cut. They've been marinating in a spice rub for about 4 hours, and I'll give you that list of spices shortly after. Fresh whole peeled tomatoes, you can use canned as well. These came from Becky and Mike's garden. I have 2 bottles of stout from the Bilco Boys Brewery. These came from Bill and Mike. I have olive oil, soy sauce, beef broth, and I have assortment of roughly cut vegetables, sweet onions, celery, carrots, leeks, ginger, and garlic. They're rough cut because they're just going to flavor our sauce, and we're going to strain them out at the end. All right, so let's start to pat these dry, and I'm going to get them searing in the Dutch oven. Okay, here's the big unveiling. Oh my goodness, look at those. Wow, they're absolutely beautiful. Now, there is a lot of oil on top there because this cut of meat has a lot of marbled fat. But we're going to get an extra little glaze flavor on top of these beef short ribs. So I'm going to put them on the cookie tray. We're going to baste them with our lovely sauce here. And we're going to pop them under the broiler just for a couple of minutes. And I'm going to get these on our cookie tray. Oh my goodness, they look amazing. We'll skim off that oil, and then we'll be left with this really lovely sauce. So I put the broiler on, and I'm just going to paint the tops of these. This is going to give it a nice little glaze, and it's going to be delectable with our mashed potatoes. I made my Yukon mashed potatoes with the red onion, which you can find on my website. Oh my goodness, they smell so good. And all those spices and herbs is just a faint smell. They give off a really lovely flavor and aroma. All right, so it's only just a couple of minutes. That's it. That's all we need to do, and we're only going to do one side. Look at the sauce. Oh my goodness. It's nice and thick. That's absolutely gorgeous. It's like a demi-glace. It's going to be really lovely with the dish. Definitely get the English cut if you don't want to go through this work at the end. But I'm doing this because when I get to Becky and Mike's and Alicia and Bill's, I won't have to do anything. And my work is done. I can enjoy myself tomorrow when I get to their house. This will be in this Le Creuset pot. I'll show you in a second. This is the most moist meat I have ever tasted. It is out of this world. I'm just getting the work done now. It's one of those dishes that you can make ahead. This meat here would make an incredible filling for a ravioli. You know, you have to sometimes dive in and get your hands a little bit dirty, but that's okay because I'll be able to enjoy myself tomorrow when we start making our craft beer. That's going to be great. I'm very excited about that. And the stout that made this wonderful beef short ribs really gave it some depth and flavor. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do right now. Is we are going to plate up some mashed potatoes here, and I'm going to show you what this gorgeous plate looks like. So we have this beautiful plate here, and I'm going to drizzle around this incredible demi-glace sauce. You really don't need a lot because it's really rich. Absolutely delicious. Oh my goodness. I think they're really going to like this. A half a cup of red wine. And I'm going to put this in the refrigerator. This will be ready to take over to their house tomorrow while we make that craft beer. All right, I'm going to get this in the fridge, start cleaning up, and getting ready for tomorrow. So I'm heading over to Felicia and Bill's. We're going to meet Mike and Becky, and we're going to start brewing some craft beer. I can't wait. We've been working really hard, working up to this point, and I made that Stout Braised beef short ribs from Firefly Farms. I got it all packed in my cooler, and I heard that Felicia found some wonderful figs at the market. She's putting together some appetizers, so let's get on over to their house.
Thank
So
you.
how long do you bake these for?
Just to warm the goat cheese, and I'm also going to drizzle a little balsamic vinegar.
Oh my goodness. How fantastic is that?
I think it is going to be fantastic.
This might be my new appetizer.
I know. Well, while figs are in season, you got to go for it.
I know when you say those figs were calling out to you when you walked
I
by
walked
them.
by and I said, "Oh, fresh figs are in season,"
Yeah.
and they looked incredible. I'm going to try this now to see if I can get it to come off of it. The goat cheese is really,
It's hard because it's just so sticky.
yeah. And also, I just took it out of the fridge.
Yeah. Now, so it'll just be a couple of minutes then, right? Just to warm the cheese.
Just to warm the cheese,
Yummy.
and then they're good to go. And I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of balsamic on them.
Need any more?
No, I think I'm good. Okay. What do you think?
Trying to push that stout, are you, Bill?
Becky will be over soon enough. She's your stout. She's your sharp.
Where is Becky, Mike?
She's a stout girl.
Is she coming over?
Yep, she's an everything girl.
She's an everything girl.
Yeah, I think beer and her are
She's a
kindred
party
spirits.
girl.
So you saw the two shells here.
So when we went traveling with these guys to Panama, it was Bill and Becky party nut jobs, and then the voice of reason.
It sounds like fun though.
But it was really fun because like they did this hookah
It
where
was
it
amazing.
was through an orange.
And where was this?
This was in Panama.
Oh,
somewhere.
Panama. You said, sorry.
Panama City.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you're here, Becky. I'm really
so
glad you
glad
got
to
here.
be here,
You got
Michelle.
the one?
Yeah.
Come on, you know
My
that.
glasses are on my head. Becky, what is this here? Oh my, it is gorgeous. It looks like a root beer float. Alicia, you're so right. It looks just like a root beer float. That's a beer.
Yeah, that's a beer.
What kind?
And you, what kind is that?
California.
Top side.
Is it top
Red.
side? Red. Ooh, that's good.
Amber. IPA.
And now, you just poured that in your glass and it looks gorgeous like that.
I did.
How does that happen?
Tastes better.
It tastes better. I love it. Oh my God, that's beautiful. You guys made this one?
Yep.
Yep. That was
One of my favorite ones.
You guys are experts. Is that the one you went and got her before?
Yep. I'm her second husband, so I have to.
All right, so here they are.
Oh
All
my
right,
God.
come on,
Oh, the
Michelle.
figs.
on,
Oh,
Michelle.
look at that.
Ridiculous.
Are
Oh,
they
you're
wonderful?
killing me. I love this.
Ridiculous.
All needs to be eaten. Wow, this looks amazing. Thank you for making the stout, Bill and Mike, to go in this braise, the stout braised beef short ribs. Alicia, I love the colors. Isn't that
From
pretty?
the mountains of Chiapas.
Gorgeous.
I know, it's really lovely.
We know the person who made it.
It's a
Amazing,
beautiful
traditional
table.
Mike, can you
lunch
put that
for
over
us.
here?
Really?
Put that food over here.
Oh, yeah.
Gorgeous. Well, thank you, Bill and Mike, for making the stout that made this dish of braised beef short ribs. It smells delicious, and thank you for having us over. The beer brewing was also a lot of fun. You guys are amazing.
Very fun.
So to find this recipe, you can go to thetravelingepicurean.com. Have a great day. Ciao!
Oh!